So this is
Welcome back to one of our videos.
Yes. This is a quick review of this equalizer I just got from Amazon. It's a 21 band equalizer, the Rockville REQ42. And the reason, you know why you use an equalizer?
Yes, because you want to listen to music always if you have it in your car.
Well, this wouldn't fit in the car, but looks pretty nice. But this is so like, you know, you have bass and treble, and well, this gives you a lot more control over it. You got all these different frequencies.
It's better than a piano.
Well, it does, yeah. Anyway, there's the back of it. As you can see, it was designed and engineered in the USA. It was $65, and I had $60 worth of Amazon gift cards, which is...
See, these lights up, and that says DVD?
Yep. Well, it's been about 25 years since I bought an equalizer. So this
and here's the old one.
Yes. In January of 1991. This is a 1988 Radio Shack Realistic Equalizer 10-band, and it works flawlessly. So that's going to be my basis.
If you turn it up too loud, guess what? It's going to blow.
Well, not really. Anyway, that's the basis of comparing these two. So first thing, let's just talk about before we hook it up, let's just talk about the boxes themselves, the construction quality. This thing is really a good piece of audio equipment.
Look, you don't see any nails.
Screws, yeah. See, those things has the exposed screws at the top, which is kind of cheesy.
That's weird.
I'd say the Radio Shack is a much better construction. This thing feels very
Radio
light.
Shack, their company went down.
Yeah, I know, too bad. But anyway, see, this thing, it just feels hollow. You know, on the inside, this old thing feels like a real...
Daddy hit it.
Well, I just wanted to see what it sounded like. This thing feels like a real component on the right. And here's the back. Not much to say there. It's got a 3-prong plug.
See,
and 3 extra inputs on the Rockville.
Warning and
nice.
warning. And that says warning and then contation.
Yeah. Anyway, here they are hooked up and running. You can kind of see them running. They both look pretty good. I've got this, you hook them up to a tape loop, and this receiver has 2 different tape loops. So for testing them out, I could basically switch to equalization on one and nothing.
Like it's on the Titanic. So see
Titanic.
that, like.
Oh, no, that's a different, that means tape deck. You never heard of a tape deck.
Deck. I'm just like, it's like the Titanic.
Well, anyway, let's talk about these sliders. The Radio Shack is nice and smooth. Has lots of area. This thing is flimsy and plastic. The Radio Shack has some metal. This thing, you have to be really a lighter touch over a shorter area. There we are with the ruler. And you can see...
These don't go far down.
Yeah, like I said,
don't go to 12.
They both supposedly have the same range, but the Rockville has a lot less area. Yeah.
Why do you need a range?
No. Anyway, another thing that's weird, I noticed, if you go over and look at this thing, let's say we max out these two and go up to, let's go up to plus 12.
Plus 12.
Notice the indicator on the slider actually lines up perfectly with the scale on there, of course, yeah. This one, nothing lines up. So you max those out, so the light doesn't line up with the 12, the top really doesn't line up with the 12.
But Daddy still likes it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it's properly doing a plus and minute 12, and that's just a printing error, but I don't know.
And I think someone horribly made it.
So let's talk about the spectrum display, which is, obviously down here you've got LEDs. There's 10 of those that match each of the 10 sliders, so that's exactly what you'd expect.
Yes.
Up here, it's a little different. You've got 16 columns, but 21 bands of equalization, so it's mismatched.
See, there's one on the top and there's one on the bottom up there.
Yeah. So the number of sliders doesn't match the spectrum display.
See, look, it's a different company.
That's realistic. Yeah, that's a Radio Shack brand.
That's a Radio Shack. That's some like Rockville.
Yeah. Anyway, another thing about the spectrum display, it kind of has a mind of its own. Look at this. You'll notice it just switches modes about every 45 seconds. So you see how that looks. It's got the little bouncy things with the line on the top. And then I guess I'll call that bottom-up display mode. Then look, it changed to top-down. So now it's pushing up from the down, and then about 45 seconds later, now it's got this one, which looks, I guess, more like the Radio Shack. Well, maybe not, because I guess it's got lines below it. Yeah, that one looks more like the Radio Shack one. But anyway, it's kind of weird. You don't have any control over this. It's not mentioned anywhere in the manual how to control this or why it happens or whatever, but it's more like a light show. Now let's talk about the inputs.
Can I say something?
Say something, yeah.
Okay, the inputs are like on a TV. Instead, it's about...
Well, yeah, you've got the main input, you got tape, tuner, and MP3. Ooh, bless you. Cover your mouth when you cough. Anyway, the problem with these inputs is when you power it off, like I'm on MP3, and then I'm going to power it back on.
They're purple for some reason.
Well, that's just the lighting. Yeah, first of all, you got this welcome screen, which feels like I'm watching like a banner ad on the web. It's kind of cheesy. But anyway, once you get past that, you notice I get the thing is maxed out there. It's some loud music. But anyway, you're back on DVD, so it doesn't remember the input you were on. See, I'm back on DVD. That kind of stinks, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Daddy, don't say it stinks.
Well, it doesn't. It should remember which input you're on. These buttons, low and high, control the level of the spectrum. See, there's low, and then you click and you get high. Oh, no, you don't get high.
Guess what?
Yeah. Anyway, and then you got this, which is direct and EQ, which is just enabling and disabling the equalizer, so you can compare. Yeah, the Radio Shack has a nice up-down slider. Speaking of the manual, let's look at this manual. Here's the Radio Shack's manual. It's everything you'd expect.
Is that the old one?
Yeah, everything you'd expect from a pre-internet manual.
That's the old one.
Yeah, I mean, it's got lots of information, how to hook it up, how to use it. It helps you understand, approximate frequency ranges for different music. It's like exactly what you'd expect from a piece of audio equipment that, people want.
That's a new one.
Here's the new one. It's one sheet of paper, folded in half, and there's really not a lot of instructions. And let's see, there's some really cryptic punctuation and some weird statements.
Oh, there. They're both
excellent functions. Quality guaranteed by original imported chip integration, semicolon. What does that even mean? I don't know. Not a lot of useful information there. It's kind of a waste of paper.
It's weird and stupid.
Well, I'd say stupid. But anyway, if you look at this warranty, it's warranted for 1 year. The Radio Shack, which, by the way, is still working 25 years later, was warranted for 2 years. I wonder if the Rockville will still be working in 25 years. Who knows?
Well, if the Rockville still doesn't work, this is bad.
Well, I mean, it works. Okay. Now, I can't show you the sound quality on the YouTube video.
It is 2017.
Yeah. Anyway, so what I'm using this for, which is why I'm willing to compromise on a lot of these things, is I'm using it to help for this outdoor speaker system and just to kind of help fine-tune the sound. And if it wasn't 12 degrees outside, I would...
It's like Daddy talking, but instead he's like not talking.
Yeah.
But it's really singing.
Yeah. I think it's going to work for what I need it for, which is to...
those are new speakers, too.
Yes.
We're going to make a video about those later.
Oh, we are? I guess we can. But yeah, I got these outdoor speakers. I'm going to use it to... Here I am just testing it out with a computer to fine-tune the sound outside.
It's my dad's Dell, and I have a Dell computer.
Here, once I get it all set up, I got this rack mount kind of amplifier deal, and I've got the Bluetooth receiver I'm going to mount above the porch there, so you can go out in the back porch.
It's so right.
Yeah, I guess I didn't have the light set. I've got, of course, turntable and all my other audio stuff.
He has old stuff, like...
Yeah, so the conclusion...
And he has an old chair from this house.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so would I buy this again? Probably not. I probably would try a different cheap equalizer.
Like the one from Radio Shack?
Well, I don't have a time machine. I can't go back and get the one from Radio Shack again. But... I think this thing is going to get the job done, and it adds a couple extra inputs to that amplifier, which doesn't have them. It's just if I was buying this for my stereo system in the house, I probably wouldn't get it. I'd probably go to eBay and get another Radio Shack. But I think it's going to get the job done, and it'll be decent. And
bye. We'll see you next time in our speaker video.
Okay. Bye.